What if the key to wealth and abundance isn't just about working harder, but thinking differently? This question invites us to reconsider our ingrained beliefs about wealth. For many, the path to riches is paved with relentless toil and sacrifice. But what if there's another way? Enter the concept of the abundance mindset, a transformative way of thinking that shifts our perspective on wealth. Instead of viewing wealth as a scarce resource to be hoarded, the abundance mindset views it as an ever-flowing river, plentiful and available to all. It's about recognizing the boundless opportunities around us and believing in our personal capacity to harness them. In this spirit, we're about to share the inspiring story of a monk, a man who, despite his humble lifestyle, embodies this mindset and has mastered the art of attracting wealth. So buckle up as we delve into the enlightening journey of a monk who embraced the abundance mindset to attract wealth. Once upon a time, in the serene valleys of the Himalayas, lived a humble monk who understood the true essence of abundance. This monk, like many others, had once lived a life characterized by scarcity. Every day was a struggle, every resource a precious commodity, every moment consumed by the pursuit of survival. He lived in a world of limitation where the idea of having more than just enough seemed like a distant dream. But one day, while meditating under the ancient Bodhi tree, the monk had a profound realization. He opened his eyes and looked around. The lush greenery, the chirping birds, the flowing river, everything around him was thriving in abundance. The universe, he realized, was not a place of scarcity but of endless bounty. This realization dramatically shifted his perspective. He began to see that wealth was not just about material possessions. It was also about spiritual richness, emotional well-being, and meaningful relationships. He understood that the scarcity he had been living was not a reality, but a mindset, and so he embarked on a journey to embrace the abundance mindset. He started to appreciate the wealth of experiences the universe offered. He stopped worrying about what he didn't have and began to be grateful for what he did. He learned to share his wisdom, his compassion, his time, and his energy with others, believing that the more he gave, the more he would receive. The monk's journey was not a quest for material wealth, but a pursuit of an abundant life. Instead of hoarding resources, he shared them. Instead of worrying about the future, he lived in the present. Instead of competing, he collaborated. Instead of focusing on lack, he celebrated abundance. Through his journey, the monk discovered that the abundance mindset is not about having more, but about understanding that there's enough to go around. And so he found his wealth, not in gold or gems, but in the richness of life itself. His story serves as a profound reminder that abundance is a state of mind, a perspective that we can all choose to embrace. The monk's story illuminates key principles of the abundance mindset that we can all learn from. Our first principle is gratitude. Gratitude is not simply about saying thank you, but about truly appreciating what we have. It's about recognizing and valuing the wealth we already possess, whether that's our health, our relationships, or the simple joy of a sunny day. When we cultivate gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, and this positive perspective can draw more abundance into our lives. Next is the principle of generosity. Generosity is often misunderstood as merely giving away material wealth. However, it's much broader than that. It's about giving of oneself, whether that's time, knowledge, or resources. The act of giving creates a flow of positive energy and abundance, not just for the recipient, but for the giver as well. It's a cycle of generosity and abundance that reinforces itself. Then we have the belief in unlimited possibilities. This principle is about understanding that there is no scarcity in the universe, only abundance. It's about believing that there are always new opportunities, new ideas, and new ways to create wealth. When we open our minds to this idea, we become more receptive to the wealth and abundance that are waiting for us. These principles are not just about attracting wealth, though. They're about creating a fulfilling and meaningful life. After all, true wealth isn't just about money. It's about living a life that is rich in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. It's about finding joy, peace, and satisfaction in every moment. It's important to note that these principles aren't magic formulas or quick fixes. They require practice, patience, and persistence. They require us to challenge our old beliefs and habits and to create new ones that are aligned with abundance. These principles, when practiced consistently, can shift our perspective, opening doors to wealth and abundance we might not have seen before. But how does one adopt this abundance mindset in their everyday life? Let's delve into some practical tips to cultivate this transformative perspective. First and foremost, practicing gratitude is key. By appreciating what you already have, you create a positive cycle of abundance. Start your day with a simple gratitude exercise. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as grand as your family's health or as simple as a warm cup of coffee. Secondly, giving generously is a cornerstone of an abundance mindset. This might sound paradoxical. After all, how can giving away lead to abundance? But think about this. The act of giving demonstrates that you have enough. It reinforces the belief that resources are not finite but are continuously replenished. So give with an open heart, whether it's your time, knowledge, or resources. Lastly, challenge scarcity thoughts. When a thought rooted in scarcity creeps in, consciously replace it with an abundance affirmation. If you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford this," reframe it to, "How can I make this work?" By doing so, you open up possibilities rather than shutting them down. Cultivating an abundance mindset is like tending to a garden. It requires patience, consistent effort, and a lot of nurturing. But the fruits it bears, happiness, fulfillment, and wealth, are worth every bit of it. Remember, it's not about having more, but realizing that there's enough and more to go around. Ultimately, the journey towards wealth and abundance is a journey inward. Let's recall the wisdom imparted today. The monk's tale taught us that our perceptions shape our reality. We've learned that embracing an abundance mindset can powerfully attract wealth, not just materially, but also in terms of happiness, relationships, and personal growth. It's about recognizing the plentiful opportunities around us and harnessing them to our advantage. Embrace the abundance mindset and watch as wealth in all forms finds its way to you. Until next time, stay abundant.